So, seeing trends change, and it's the end of the week, and I have met up with the gentleman who is helping monitoring my progress, and I've had a very good news. We took measurements and everything else, and I am continuing a fat loss around my stomach and my chest. It's nice to note that whilst my stomach and other areas are going down in body fat, I have had an increase in muscle mass on arms, legs and back. So all is going well, and yes, I have someone who is working me. They are not personal training me, I have got that down, but they have one thing which I will say is, like everybody, I have shortcomings, and one of them is nutrition. I know the basics and I can get by myself, but for what I need someone to kind of help me tweak things, move things, and get things a little bit better. And I will freely admit that perhaps you know, I'm not 100% on it. I could have done better, but I could have done a lot worse, and barring a little bit, I am on target for the goals I have set in the end of July, beginning of August. We sort of like now nailed it down, so we're looking at the 5th of August for my ultimate goals. And you know, we all do need help, we all need to get somewhere. We all have weaknesses, don't we? And you know, some of us are better dealing with things than others, and that's why I did this page, because that's why I did this channel, because we are flawed human beings moving forwards. We all have our ideas, we all have our knowledge, our lack of knowledge, and things we are simultaneously both good and bad at. And I want to address a few things. I appreciate, to be honest with you, it used to bother me a little bit about people being rude, arrogant, ignorant on my channel. It used to bother me that people would make their YouTube channels up a few days ago to make a comment on my channel and all that. It used to bother me, but you know, now it doesn't, because quite frankly, it builds up my algorithm. And I've had a few people who have messaged me, who know me on YouTube and on Facebook and everything else, and said, have you seen some of the comments that have been made? So hey, you know, if the negative, it still boosts my algorithm. So to the people who are being, you know, like that, hey, thank you for boosting the algorithm, thank you for pushing it through, making it more noticed. Of course my videos sometimes are self-centered, self-opinionated. Of course they are, in response to one comment. Of course they're about me. It's my life experience of 52 years of overcoming different things. Of course I have my own thoughts and opinions. Of course they do. If I say something that I know is right, I'm going to turn around and say it. If I'm mistaken, I'm going to turn around and I will retract a video, and I have done. It's about learning, growing and moving forwards. It's about learning that there's a difference between critique and criticism and insults. It's about learning that for some reason, whatever it is, there are people who are going to dislike you for whatever it is. I could, for some reason, I don't know, let's just say theoretically, I could go out tomorrow. I could discover a complete cure for every single cancer in the world. and publish it and get it proven and cure people, and there will still be some people who will hate me. It is as simple as that, okay? And you know, people who yell and say, "Oh well, I've got freedom to insult," whatever it might be. Freedom of speech means that you can freely express ideas. It doesn't give you a license to be essentially an asshole. Now, if you want to be that, then hey, that's fine. That's fine. You know, at the best, if I find that it really you're being way too insulting and way too and essentially being a troll, and I hate the word troll. I really do. I think people do fall back on it to kind of hit back. But if you are displaying nasty, really vile characteristics, then I'm going to turn around and say, you know what, I don't need to have you here. Okay, been through a lot of things. I've achieved a lot. I know what I know. I have worked with pro bodybuilders over in America who are way better than I have. There are some personal trainers out there who have more knowledge than I do. I have more knowledge than some other people. I have different knowledge. I have different things. And the whole point of me doing this YouTube is to reach out to people who are having a tough time, who are going through a tough time, saying, you're not alone. You have been there. There's a way through things, and you can get out the tough time that you have, and you can become better. And that's kind of what I want to achieve on here. Yes, I'm going to critique. Yes, I am going to critique people. Yes, I am going to call out ideas. And I prefer to call out ideas than actual people themselves. I prefer to call out things that really aren't that good. Now, some people might feel that they may need to call me out. Hey, such is life on social media. When you put yourself out there, then you've got to expect these things. To quote one of my favorite leaders in history, I am as calm as a summer morning. I am as calm as a summer meadow. I will move forwards. I will do that which is within me to do. And it is purely simple as that. I am very blessed, being at the age of 52, with a lot of things that have happened to me, to be here, to be able to serve my family, to look after my parents, and to ensure that in their last days they have the best care they can get, and to honour my parents for how they supported me during my infancy and raised me up, taught me correct principles so that I may govern myself. And in answer to one person who decided to say, oh, I don't have a woman in my life, I freely admit I don't. And it is through choice. It is through choice because of my commitments to my parents, because of the commitments I have to myself. I have chosen to be single. I have had relationships, some of them good, some of them bad. Some they have ended. It's the way of life. You get into a relationship to see if it will work. Sometimes the person might not feel that work, you do, other way around. I have been a couple of times I've been in a relationship and I thought this isn't working because I don't feel that it can go further. It's called life, and the fluidity of life is change. And it is up to people how they are going to change, whether it be for better or for worse, to improve their lot or to stay in a spirit of mediocrity. And even it's the choice of people to become vile, obnoxious, and try and pull down something that somebody is trying to do to help other people having a tough time. Now, if that is your gig, then that's your gig to do that. Hey, I can't change you, you can't change me. And I'm certainly not going to change because of some people think badly of me. Hey, if you feel that, then that's fine. That's fine. We all make mistakes. We all have things that we get wrong. There are things we all get right. And the best you can hope for in this life, to finish off with, is to make good, solid decisions. Try and lift people up. Try and have a concern for other people. And try and make sure that people don't feel lost in this confusing, horrific world that we now live in, because it isn't a good place. And if anything, when I pass away from this mortal coil, and when I pass away and when I die, I hope that there will be people who will say, you know what, he really tried to help people and serve people and look after people. And at the end of the day, that is my intent. It's not my intent to be nasty towards anyone. It's not my intent to do anything untoward or to go out and deliberately hurt people. I won't do that. I will call out an idea if it is wrong, and then if I call someone else and I'm wrong and they're right, I will quite gladly turn around and say, hey, I was wrong, and I'll publish that. I'll publish it on a video and I will say as such. But until I get irrefutable proof of that, I will do and continue what I do, and that is to honour my parents, try and help raise people up, be there for when somebody needs to be helped, and to help people through a difficult life. Now, if you take exception to that, then there's nothing more I can do. There's nothing more you can do, because I'm not going to change, you're not going to change, and I don't intend to make anyone change. I don't. That's not this, and that's not what this is about. It's about trying to make sense of life. Say, hey, if you're in a bad place, then try and do this and move forwards. What more can I say? So I have replied to a few of these people, and this really is a case of for those who have messaged me on Facebook, and they will see it, and I'll share it on Facebook as well. That I am unconcerned, and when I die, and when I stand in front of my Creator, and yes, I am religious, I have my beliefs, I can stand in front of him, give a good accounting and say, I did my best, I hope it's acceptable, and leave whatever judgment is to him. So that's my final word on this. That's my final response. You can comment as much as you want. You can say whatever you wish. It's your freedom to do as you wish. Just remember, eventually all of us at some point will be accountable. Have a good day. Keep moving forwards. Remember, if you are in a bad place and if you're having problems, if you are stuck, if you feel that there's no way out, there are people out there who will step in and help to move you forwards. And there is a way forwards. Every single time there is. It's hard. It's scary. And sometimes you're going to face a lot of truths about yourself, and it's humbling, but it can be done. Have a great day, have a great weekend. Catch you all later on the next video.